Alright, so I got 2 packages. I already opened them, so I'm just gonna show you guys what they have. So let's just open up the biggest one. So we got 3 4090s here. This is for a AI server build that I'm gonna do, so that's pretty cool. And I got these all. I found someone that can regularly sell me like new 4090s for $1,300 each, so it's really good. I found this person on Hardware Swap, hint hint. So, and also we have 2 more 4090s, because we need to do 3 4090 custom builds with 7800X 3Ds, and then we need to do one server build with 3 4090s. So I got these white ones are for the custom build for the gaming PCs, and these ones are for the server build. Okay, so this has been the most stressful build ever. First of all, I always want to test all my stop, bro, what are you doing? I always want to test all my components, right? So I usually hook it up just like this, and I'll just test it. I have a monitor. Your toes are in the video. I have a monitor right here to test it out. So first we were testing it with this, and it didn't work. So I decided to order a replacement CPU and a replacement motherboard. So the CPU ended up working. It was this motherboard that ended up being faulty and did not work. So unfortunately, we're going to have to return this motherboard, and we're going to be using this different motherboard. It does have more PCIe lanes, so that is good, I guess, in the future, but it is a bit more expensive. So yeah, that's the unfortunate part. So I'm going to have the seller return this motherboard, and then I just bought this and just wasted a lot of money for no reason. So I'm going to return that as well. And we're gonna get this build started, so hopefully nothing else bad happens. Please, I need this done tomorrow. Okay, so I installed the NVMe SSDs, I installed the RAM, so I installed everything to the new motherboard because the old one wasn't working. Anywho, now that I've done all that, I'm gonna transfer it to this case, which is huge. So I was able to install the motherboard in. Now, I decided to do a white and black design inside for these fans right here. So we should have 8 fans right here. Unfortunately, I did not have big enough fans to fit this area right here, so we aren't going to be using those. So we're just going to be using these fans right here. Alright, so I just wanted to quickly go through all of the stuff I have for this build, or all the stuff that's going to go into this build, and the pricing of all the stuff that is in this build. So we have 3 4090s. I got them for $1,300 each, which is $3,900 for 3 4090s. We have these V Platinum 1600 watt power supplies, and I got these for $320 new on Amazon, and I got 2 of these so that they can support all of this, because this is a lot of wattage. This is around, I'm pretty sure, like 600 watts each just for that. So just to support all of that, we got 2 1600 watts, because the buyer is planning on adding more GPUs in the future. They are using this for AI interference, and then soon they want to upgrade it for AI training. So that's what the buyer is using it for. So the pricing of these is $320 each, so that's $640. Then we got a Threadripper 5995WX Pro CPU. This is a really beastly CPU, and we're pairing it with this WRX 80 motherboard from Asus. The motherboard was $1,010, and this CPU was $1,200. And right behind this is the cooler. I just decided to go with this, I think, Noctua cooler, and it just, it seemed like a good cooler. Like, I searched it up on Reddit and stuff like that. They said it gives pretty good cooling performance for these Threadrippers and stuff, so I just decided to get that. It was a pretty easy install, honestly, so it's a pretty good CPU, I would say. CPU cooler. I got this for $100. And then we also have the case. For the case, we have the Corsair 1000D. This case is humongous. It's like literally half of my height. So yeah, we did have that. The case, it can fit like so much stuff in here. Like, there's so much space on the top for even more fans. We already have 8 fans here, 2 fans on the side. We have 1 random fan on the top. And yeah, so I already have, I didn't get to film this process, but I already have the motherboard, the CPU, the cooler, everything in except for the 4090s, because I just got them, so I didn't really have time to film because I am on a time crunch again. I always seem to be on a time crunch, man. I never have time to build these, but I'm always just hurrying and try to build these fast. because these custom orders. And then we also have this power supply adapter. I forgot what it's called. So that we can plug in 2 power supplies and they can turn on simultaneously and we don't have to jump a power supply. So this part goes into the secondary power supply, which I'm using to only mainly run the GPUs, 2 GPUs through it. So we have these 12 VH horsepowers. We have 2 of these. And for the main power supply that's already in here, the cable management is questionable, but that's besides the point. The main power supply that's already in here, it has all the motherboard cables. It plugs in through the 24 pin, the 8 pins for the CPU, and then this other 4x4 pin for the PCIe slot. So we have that covering that, and then also it would also have one of the GPU connectors as well for the GPU. So that's what I'm decided to do. So one power supply is going to power the motherboard and then the one 4090, and the other power supply is going to power the other 2 4090s. So since we did buy this many power supplies, there is 2 power supplies. There is the ability for the buyer, to upgrade to whatever they wanted to, essentially. And also for the RAM, he still has to give me a kit of RAM because he was gonna buy the kit of RAM. I just have this I think it's 32 gigabytes or 64 gigabytes, I don't know, 64 gigabytes DDR4. It's just a server kit of RAM that I had to order, so I just got that in there right now. But we're gonna have to change that out as soon as the buyer comes here, which is he's gonna be coming here around the evening, and it's currently 12 right now. So yeah, hopefully we get all of that done. I just talked so much for no reason. Let's get these GPUs installed, and I'll see you guys later. So I've got these 2 GPUs fitted in. I need to install the last one, but this thing is coming in the way, so I need to take some of this off. That's the main problem right now, and I still need to test it. Alright, after many hours of trying to build this, the build is finally complete. The main problem for me was, look what I had to do. I had to cut this part off because the GPU wasn't fitting, and I was not able to cut this part off, so I just bent it. So hopefully, I asked them and they are okay with it, because they don't really need this build for aesthetics. They need it for AI and stuff. So, and they got all that dust over there. I'm gonna clean that all out. This, I'm gonna just leave it. I literally burned my hand. Let me show you guys. I burned my finger. I don't even know if you can see. I literally burned my finger because it was so freaking hot when I was cutting it. It got really hot, and I tried to bend it, and I burned my finger, and it hurt so bad. So hopefully this is good enough. This took way too much time. Way too much time. I don't know if I'll ever do a server build again, because this one, oh my god, it took way too much time. But yeah, that's probably it. Alright, so they're currently packing it all up. My dad's helping out. We have $6,720. Very good.